What up, players? Warboss up in this mud, and I wanted to show you my newest painted Phoenix Lord, Jain Zar, the Storm of Silence. As you can see, I've painted her pretty typical of Howling Banshees and how I'm going to paint up the rest of the Howling Banshee squad with that bone-colored armor. I wanted to do something special for her face and her hair, though, so I gave her a kind of Japanese Kabuki style pattern, I guess, with the red and the white, and I think it came out pretty well. And as you can see, my Karandis and my Assurman, I've added on spots of the green to tie her into the whole BL-tan motif I've got going for this commission job, this Eldar painting project. There's a little bit of her back. And the power weapon was really fun to paint. I experimented with washes, the Thraka green wash, even watering down the Orchide shade foundation paint to make as a darker green to really get the contrast between that and the extreme supreme edge highlighting of the golden yellow. So I think it turned out pretty well, and I hope you guys liked it. So the only two left I've got is this guy and that guy. And I also wanted to show you guys my inspiration for a lot of my Eldar stuff is this one YouTuber, VanHammer73, and he's got just such awesomely beautifully painted Eldar figures. If you guys have a chance, check out his painted Eldar video. It's full of really great stuff, and he was a big inspiration to me for a lot of my Eldar figures that I'm painting up. Finally, I wanted to show you guys this book that I picked up, Soul Hunter. It's a Night Lord's novel, and I didn't know going into it, much about the Night Lords. I'm not like a big fan. I've only recently picked up the Chaos Space Marines Codex, and I wanted to read a novel about a traitor legion that, wasn't specifically tied to one of the Chaos gods, so it wasn't leaning too heavy towards, Nurgle or Slanesh or Tzeentch or Khorne, but was just more of an evil chapter, and why they were evil, or why they did the things that they did, why they were fighting against the Imperium. And it's really, really interesting. I haven't gotten the chance yet to read any of the other Horus Heresy novels, but this book was really good, and it really gives you insight into why they are the way they are, and how they feel that they were betrayed by the Emperor. And it's just like really interesting, and I drew a lot of parallels between this and Heart of Darkness, most evidently because the Primarch's name is Conrad Kurtz, which for anyone who's read Heart of Darkness or seen the movie Apocalypse Now knows is kind of the key figure in that, and there are a lot of interesting allusions to connect that story and the themes of that story to this one. So it's really interesting going into this novel. I was really pleasantly surprised, not really expecting much, and walking away with a very enjoyable reading experience. So if you've got the money to spend, it's a little bit more expensive than I would have liked, and I didn't know they were selling novels nowadays for $9 a piece. It's been a while since I bought a full-length novel like this, so that wasn't too happy about. But everything else, the story, the experience, the narrator has written this, I think, to be the first in a series, because it kind of leaves you with a cliffhanger that I thought this novel could have stood on its own, but it kind of throws in a epilogue, like a 2-page epilogue that's just kind of like out of left field and leaves you thinking, what? Where did that come from? But I guess it's just to make way so that you want to read the next novel in the series. So yeah, I could have done without that. But overall, as a whole, the history of the Night Lords, just their perceived betrayal by the Emperor, and all of that other good stuff make this a very enjoyable read. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will hopefully get to work on these last two Phoenix Lords and update all of you on my progress.